Good morning, Brandeis Marin. Good morning, Lower School. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is Tuesday. It is March 31st, and I wanted to bring to you a friend you might remember, or maybe you've met on your own, and this is Flat Stanley. This particular Flat Stanley is the one that I made and took with me on many trips, but you probably have made some Flat Stanleys yourselves and have taken them or sent them on many trips or different trips or to family and friends around the world. And as you may remember, Flat Stanley is a character in a book, Flat Stanley by Jeff Brown, and there are lots of different Flat Stanley stories that you might enjoy. And I'm sure you can figure out how to get on your devices and read and enjoy about his adventures. But the thing about Stanley, as you might know, is he is a very flat boy. He got flattened one night by a bulletin board. Sounds kind of weird, but it fell on him and it flattened him, and he wasn't hurt. What happened is he just became very flexible, and he could be folded, put in an envelope, and sent anywhere in the world. So when we were studying Flat Stanley, we learned a lot about the world. We learned the 5 oceans. We learned the 7 continents. We learned how deep is the Marianas Trench. You might remember that, the deepest part of the earth, about 11,000 meters maybe or more. We learned things like why the Caspian Sea is not really a sea, but it's really a lake, but it's a saltwater lake. So it was confusing when it was first discovered. We learned a lot of things that you were actually curious about, and you would ask these wonderful questions while looking at different books and different websites and Google Earth. And we would talk about the answers to those questions, and it was really fascinating. So from this little guy, Flat Stanley, we learned many lessons. We learned those geography lessons for sure, but we learned that it's really great to be curious, to look things up, ask good questions, and try and find the answers and not be frustrated if you can't. Look at Stanley. He doesn't look like he's a frustrated guy. We learned about the spirit of adventure. Stanley went all over. My Stanley went with me on many wonderful trips over the years. I went to Japan, I went to India, I've been to Israel, I took him to Greece, and he went a lot of local places as well. He went to the Gold Country with 4th graders. He did a lot of different things. So we learned about the spirit of adventure. We learned about curiosity, but I think the best lesson that I think Stanley could teach us is that lesson of flexibility. Well, he can fold and fit in an envelope. Most of us can't, but we can be flexible in our minds and in our mindset. We can look at things different ways. We can continue to be curious as well, asking good questions. We can wonder about things. We cannot get upset when things don't quite go the way we thought they were going to go, and we can move on. We can trash can it. We can learn to live with it. We can find a better solution sometimes. So I hope you will remember Stanley, remember the lessons he taught us and the things he taught us, and have a wonderful day of curiosity, flexibility, and your wonderful spirit of adventure. I will see you tomorrow.